Okay, so the first thing is just tell me about your reading bag. I know you're new, and Miss Dana just got some books together for you to have something in your independent reading bag until she learns who you are as a reader. So, um, after you look through, I know this is a book for a small group, right? Um, so what do you think about these books that you had? What do you usually like to read?
Like basketball books.
Okay, so you like books about sports. Okay.
I like basketball because I play basketball.
Okay, awesome. You play basketball. Awesome. I'm gonna take some notes. I didn't I'm gonna take this on the back of this. This is my conferring form, but I just want to get to know you as a person and to get to know you as a reader. So you like sports. Oh, goodness. Okay, so you like sports and you play basketball. Okay. Oh, so what do you think that you do well as a reader? What do you think you're good at as a reader?
Um, I'm good at um, reading bigger books and
Okay.
stuff.
So you're good at reading longer books, bigger books, like chapter books? Okay. What do you think you need some help with to
Well,
become an even better reader? What's something that usually is a challenge for you?
um, I be needing help with some of the something.
Some of the words. Did you find a tricky word? I know you just started this book, but have you found a tricky word in this book so far? Did you find one for me? Everything has been okay? The books that you've read, I mean, what you've read so far? How far did you get in this book?
I just got right here.
Okay, gotcha. So you had just started working with this book. Okay, all right. So sometimes you need help with the words. Now, when you say help with the words, what do you mean, help with the words? Tell me more.
Because help with the words because they be just long and then I don't know how to spell them right.
Okay, so the longer words, trying to figure out what they are. Trying to break them apart and figure out what they are. Okay. And that's a great strategy, breaking words apart. So you can figure out tricky words. Awesome. Okay. All right. So what I did was we'll put your books back in your bag. Because what I did is I grabbed a few books too that I wanted you to read. And while you read, I'm going to continue to take notes. Okay? So these are just three different books. This one is Off to the Movies. This one is Whirly Bird. And this one is People Who Keep Us Safe. So which one you want to read first? The Whirly Bird. I got that thinking about you. Because you know what? I don't know. Let me see. And I don't know what this book is about, so we're going to figure out together. So go ahead and read, and we'll read together, okay?
How to make a whirly bird. Helicopters and how they work. Picture girl something.
Good. Picture that blend right there. Gl-
Glove.
gl- glossary.
Glossary.
Very good. And that's a good example, like you're saying, breaking words apart. Awesome.
Do you think you can make a piece of paper whirly through the air? You can let it's very easy to do. This is how you a piece of paper, a few cuts, and some scissors. I mean, not scissors.
You were right. You said clever.
Clever
Mm-hmm.
folding. You'll be available a bell
Yeah, you'll be
a
able. Able.
able
Mm-hmm.
to make an amazing flying matching paper.
Flying
Flying
machine.
machine.
Mm-hmm. Even though you have the CH there, it makes a different sound. It sounds like SH, doesn't it? Machine. Okay?
It's like, it's lots of fun to make. It's called a whirly bird because it's whirly and around like a helicopter. First, you need to get a piece of paper, draw the flooding lines and the cutting lines, and on your paper, make sure you take your time so that the flood
What's this word here?
the oh oh
Mm-hmm. So what's that word?
fold
Fold.
and cut lines and
Exactly. That's the one you're on? Or R?
this one
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
exactly where they should be. It will look like this.
So it's giving us direction on how to make this whirly bird. So I want to stop you right now and give you a compliment. So as I watch you read, and I can go back on this page. Yes, here you said it's lots of fun to make. And so what I noticed is that when you're reading your words, if it doesn't sound right in your head and you don't think it makes sense, you're going back and you're going back and self-correcting. You're going back and fixing it, and that is awesome. That is awesome. That's a great job that you're doing with going back and fixing the words. So I think that the best strategy moving forward with you is to figure out about the make and break and how you can chunk words. And a good example of that is with this word right here. What was that word again?
Fold.
Fold. All right, so I'm going to show you something. All right, so when you take the word fold, I have the letters here to make that word fold. And I ask you, I said, what is this word? So sometimes when you come to a word, look here, put your finger here. When you come to a word, what you can do is you can look to see if there's a part of the word you know, and you know this word old. And so when you put this letter in front of it, and this is what letter?
Flood. F.
F, and it said, what's the sound it makes? Very good. And so when you have old and you put the sound at the beginning, it is fold. So we pull it apart and you put it back together. And so that's what we need to do when we come into some words that we don't know, like glossary. Glossary was a big word that we came across that we didn't know. Okay, so that's a great strategy for that.
Last Friday, I did something really wonderful. I went to a movie set with my big brother Tom. Tom is an actor,
Very good.
and he had been in the 3 movies. I thought acting was an easy job. Tom wasn't to show me all the things that an actor has to do.
Very good.
When we arrived at the movie set, there were people everywhere. The movie was about a large family who lived a long time ago. It was at a time when there were no cars or com-
Very good.
com-
You.
computers.
Very good. Awesome. Awesome.
Some people were dressed for their part in the movie. I saw people riding around on horses, and I even saw a horse and cat.
All right. Horse and what?
I mean, cart.
Very good. Very good. Oh, I'm so excited the way you came to the word computers and figured that out. I am so proud of you. So I think that for our goal, with you coming in new, I think that the first thing I want you to work on is when you come to a tricky word, a word that you don't know, that we are going to look for a part. And I saw you, you immediately put your finger in there. Put your finger in there and look for a part of the word that you may know, or a chunk of the word that you may know and know the sounds. And then see if it will help you figure out that hard word. Because right now, I think when you were assessed, we were on a level J. And so I really want you to move. It is February 2nd. So really and truly, I'd like for our goal to be for you to push to get to an L, maybe by the end of the month. Okay? And so as you get into some of the longer books, you may have some longer, trickier words. And so that's one strategy we're going to start with, and we'll talk about another strategy as you continue to work through. Okay? Awesome job. Awesome job. All right. So with that goal of trying to figure out any tricky words, let's have an opportunity to practice that. Okay? So let's read this page.
As I followed Tom around, I couldn't believe it. The movie set looked just like a town. From a long time ago, the roads were made of dirt, and there was lots of wood.
Very good.
Buildings.
Very good.
They looked very old, but Tom said they had only been made 3 months ago.
Awesome. So it might be a Western movie. It looks like a Western, doesn't it? Like the old cowboy days. Oh yeah, even inside, the old furniture, the old chairs. Yeah, it looks just like they're in an old house. All right, keep going.
Tom took me to a large shed. My bad.
No, you didn't say it. You try to figure it out. You didn't say anything wrong. You okay? Because you look at the word she, but then if you just put
Shed.
sh, ed.
Shed.
There you go. So read that sentence again.
Tom took me to a large shed.
Very good. Read it one more time, smoother.
Tom took me to a large shed.
Very good. Keep going.
Inside the shed were lots of rooms. They looked just like the rooms you would find in an old house. Tom told me that this is where the indoor parts of the movie are made.
Okay, so when they're filming, they were filming inside this shed. It looked like an old house. Awesome, awesome. So I saw you, and you did a great job when you were trying to figure out the word wooden, even indoor, and we talked about shed, and that is awesome because you did see the word she. So I knew you were looking through the word, and as you look through the word and try to chunk it, the best way to chunk it would be sh, ed. Those two sounds together to make shed. So awesome. But you're doing good when you come into hard words. And that's what I want you to work on as you're reading, doing your independent reading time. And I'll help you to look to see if we have any more sports books that we can change out your independent reading bag, okay, moving forward. But that's what I want you to work on. Okay? I want you to work on when you're reading your books and you come in contact with a tricky word. I want you to be able to find a way to look at a piece of that word and try to chunk it to figure it out. All right? Okay. So this will be helpful when you're reading by yourself. Definitely when you read in small group with Miss Dancy, but when you're reading by yourself, that'll really help you. And what you can do is if you can't figure out a word, then if you can kind of find some way to kind of mark that page or put a little fold it down, and that might be something that if you all get a chance to work together with another friend or with Miss Dancy, you can ask her to help you figure out that word. Okay? Awesome.
I don't know what to say. I don't really got that much.
That's okay. That's okay.
So I can figure out something to share?
Yeah. And I just want you to share with me just about you as a reader. I'm just trying to get to know you as a reader and figure out what's the best step for us to, the best strategy. It's just like when you're practicing your free throws for basketball, reading the same way. I mean, you know how you just put them free throws up, you just keep shooting. Just keep shooting, keep shooting. Because you want it to be so smooth that when you put that ball up, you know it's going to go right through that hoop. And what do you look at when you're shooting?
The nets.
That's right. And that's where you want that ball to go. And you just keep shooting. You keep shooting. And so reading is the same way. You're going to just keep reading, keep reading, keep reading, keep reading. The more you read, even if it's a hard word, you still keep pushing. Okay? Awesome. Thank you so much. I had a great conversation with you today.